This is Hdsn at 5 in high definition with your Hdsn news team. Hunter Akins. Dylan Dickstein. Simon Edber. And Nick Stanton. This is your news tonight.
Good evening. I'm Peter Brunsky.
And I'm Keith Kramer.
Marcus.
Yes.
Have you looked at our calendar recently?
Tom, I have not. Tell me.
Well, the calendar reads June, but if you look outside, the cold temperatures belie the actual month. Despite this cold spell, people are still hitting the river. Oh, out there we have our field correspondent, Dick Marsden. How's it going out there, Dick?
Nick Stanton.
Dick Marsden. I literally just said Dick Marsden.
Yeah, Hunter. As you mentioned, the weather is less than perfect, but that does not stop parents and children from enjoying such a simple summer activity.
Now, Nick, what is that behind you?
Hey, Jim, pass me the chicken, stupid coon. Stupid.
Yes, massa. There you go there, sir.
Thank you.
How you like that there, massa?
My chicken?
Yes, massa. Yes.
Taste it.
How that there chicken going be?
It's good.
Well, I'm glad to hear that, massa.
Good chicken.
What is in that man's arms? Nick, see if you can ask him.
Excuse me, may we speak to you for a moment?
Hey, Jim.
Yes, sir.
You are stupid. You're stupid.
Well, I'm sorry, sir. I didn't mean to offend you.
This is making me sick. What are we in? Antebellum society? Slavery has been gone for innumerable centuries.
Now you're starting to sound like that, Holden Caulfield kid.
What?
Oh, nothing. I'm just appalled by the sight. Nick, is that a KFC bucket?
Roger that, Simon. The man is indeed eating from a KFC bucket. Boy, those are, it's quite delicious. I just love how the chicken, when you pick it up, the skin just flakes off. Just like those tight leather pants and the crispy chicken strips.
Well, Nick, those KFC buckets look pretty amazing. I would gladly wear the scarlet letter just to get my hands on those breasts.
Jake, what are you even talking about?
Oh, nothing, Anthony. Well, Nick, thank you for your enlightening report.
My pleasure.
Well, Tegan, I, for one, love this time of year because I'm able to go in my backyard and barbecue and swim. But it doesn't look like we will have this luxury this weekend, does it, Tegan? Megan?
Well, that's absolutely right, Hunter. It was that kind of crazy afternoon, terrifically cold and no sun out or anything. We're stuck in a pattern of unseasonably phony weather. Definitely was a great day, however, to go and check out the Museum of Natural History or even see the Lunts on Broadway. Well, we're currently at 41 degrees here in the Big Nipple. I mean the Big Apple. Oh, boom goes the dynamite. Conditions, however, have been relatively unsettled throughout the day, and I do not see this pattern improving anytime soon. We picked up over 2 inches of snow today, which certainly slowed things down on the roadways. Well, let's take a look at our 5-day forecast. Tomorrow, we will see a strong cold front push across the east, which will surely result in expulsion. Wednesday, I'm calling for a high of 46 degrees and a slight chance of a loss of innocence. On Thursday, we'll see a high of 44 degrees and a 60% chance of corniness. Friday, a high of 47, but a 0% chance of a successful conversation. On Saturday, highs will barely make it out of the 30s, which will make for a harsh environment for the ducks in Central Park. And that is your 5-day forecast. Back to you.
Thank you for that, Amy. Speaking of Central Park, we now turn to our very own Hugh Jass, who is there with what he says is the worst storm of the year.
Thanks, Simon. Yeah, the weather has certainly cleared up from earlier today. All the snow has melted in the past hour or so. Sir, may we speak to you for a second?
I guess.
What were you running for, son?
Son! That kills me.
What was that?
Oh, nothing. I don't know, I just felt like running. What?
Well, what do you think of the weather?
What do I think of it? It's alright, I guess. You might know. You know the pond in Central Park here with the fish and the ice? It's winter and the pond freezes over, and what happens to those fish?
What kind of question is that? Who is this kid?
Moron!
What did you just call me?
Moron! People never know anything. Yellow!
Reporting from Central Park, I'm Joe Bloggs. Back to you in the studio.
Well, thank you for that insightful account, Tom. And Mohammed.
Yeah, Crisco.
What do you know about the economy?
I know that it is controlled by a bunch of phonies.
Yeah, I'm not sure I get that joke, but nonetheless, we now turn to our financial analyst, Mark Euro, a.k.a. Dollar Bill, in the motherfucking house with an update on the economy. Let's go to that nigga now.
Thanks, Hunter. I'm Dollar Bill. That's what the hipsters call me. Anyways, as you can tell by the graph over here, the economy has significantly improved over the last several years. Over here, we have East Egg, which represents the old aristocracy, where over here, we have West Egg, which represents the fairly new wealth. Anyways, by the graph over here, we clearly illustrate the level of ostentatiousness between the two different types of wealth over time. As you can see, of course, East Egg's level of ostentatiousness is rather low, whereas West Egg boasts a derivative that is far greater than the East Eggs. Anyways, if you're catching my drift here, the level of pretentiousness in West Egg is rather high, which leads them to buy things such as yellow Rolls Royce and pink suits. Anyway, that's your report on the economy. Back to you in the studio.
Hey, Tarzan, what do you know about the wild sport of bullfighting?
Well, Akhmaranov, only what I read about it in The Sun Also Rises, that Hemingway book about that impotent expatriate, Jake Barnes.
Well, you should enlighten me a bit.
Even better. Let's go to our sports correspondent,
One up.
Bieber Lover 29, in the field in Pamplona, the site of the bullfighting festivities, from the novel The Sun Also Rises.
Cock-a-doodle-doo.
Cock-a-doodle-doo, Jerry.
Wow, this is Spike Roch here in Pamplona, Spain, and boy is it windy. Getting down on Friday, we have the Desacajanado, which is the the unloading of the bulls, as you can see here. And then we have the ceremonial running of the bulls on Saturday, which comes after Friday. And man, I guarantee you it is fun, 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 fun. Of course, except for the civilians that get completely gotten by those powerful and masculine bulls. Finally, however, we have the bullfighters. And man, are these guys tough. But nobody is tough. Nobody can carry the whole package like my man, Senor Pedro Romero.
Sí, sí, hombre, ¿cómo estás?
Bien. No hablo español.
Muy bien. Hey, you been watching the bullfights? Show me spare them on, man.
See, I watched the bullfights for days. So you have anything to tell us there, Pedro Romero? Why are you so good at this sport?
And it's just a man in me. I'm just a manly man.
Well, there you have it from Pedro Romero, everybody. Back to you.
I didn't realize that bullfighting had such a ritualistic nature.
Yeah, me neither, Paul. Hemingway, just such a great aficionado of the sport. I mean, he's got, I think one of his most masterful techniques in the book is the tension he creates. You got masculinity, Pedro Romero, bullfighting, and then you have Jake Barnes. He drinks, he's got this limp penis problem, and it's just, the tension in the novel is just really powerful, I feel.
Mary Jane, you have a point. However, I believe that the great star of the United States of bullfighting, Pedro Romero, really provides the symbol of the American people, of masculinity in the book. Just look at those tight leather pants. Just look at those tight leather pants. Tight leather. Well, we should probably move on to other news.
Yeah. Local high school football star Biff Loman is recently opted out of summer school, therefore making him ineligible to play college ball at the University of Virginia, as was his original plan.
Why would he do that, sack butt blower?
I have no clue, Will. Let's ask Jonathan Swift, sports correspondent in the field with Biff Loman now.
All right, this is McSporty here with Biff Loman, a local top high school football recruit. How you doing there, Biff?
I'm doing swell.
Well, kiddo, you don't sound so swell. What's on your mind?
It's nothing, really. It's just that, well, I'm not going to amount to nothing.
Oh, come on, kid. What kind of talk is that? Why aren't you going to summer school? You could have been great, kid.
The thing is, I walked in on my dad banging this client of his, and he gave her mama stockings.
Gee, kid, that's harsh. Well, I'm sure your father's a good man and simply made a mistake. Nothing to go kill himself over, right? And back to you.
Well, Nate, I'm all sportsed out. Let's break it down to the juicy gossip.
Okay, Justin, Selena's horse house?
It's probably whorehouse, man.
Whorehouse.
Juicy God, it's gonna be whorehouse.
Whorehouse conspiracy has been unveiled.
Holy smokes, that sounds fantastic. What was it all about?
I guess some psychopathic woman abandoned her children, worked as a whore, worked her way into the good graces of the whoremaster, murdered the whoremaster on the sly, and converted the whorehouse into a sick circus for depraved men, while blackmailing them with photos of them during their bizarre sex acts.
Oh, gee whiz. That sounds like something from a book called East of Eden by John Steinbeck. Anyway, yeah, let's go to our crime correspondent, Sherlock Holmes, and find out more about this riveting tale of fear and loathing in Las Vegas, or Salinas, or wherever it was.
Thanks, Hunter. Thanks, Simon. Little Scrappy here, on scene. at Kate's whorehouse. Now, some monsters are physical monsters and others are more mental monsters. And these are people without a sex drive, without humanity, without empathy. And it is speculated that Kate, formerly Catherine Ames, is one of these mental monsters. She even slaughtered her parents at the age of 16. Now let's go inside and let's see what we find.
Well, my dear Watson boy, tell me some more of this sick whoremaster. Where'd she come from? Who is she?
We speculate this here is Kate's room. Oh, no. That's definitely not Kate's room. Oh my god. Okay, this here is Kate's room. She was probably plotted most of her heinous crimes and reflected on her iniquity.
God, what a sicko.
Now, if we take a peek into one of her drawers, well, we see hypodermic needles and kilos upon kilos of crack cocaine. Live from Kate's whorehouse, I'm Lil Scrappy. Back to you.
What a riveting tale of evil unmasked.
Yeah, no kidding. Do you think there are monsters born to human parents, MacGruber?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's certainly within the realm of possibility, Walter. Just kidding. Yeah, I mean, look at Jeffrey Dahmer or someone like the Zodiac Killer. I mean, they're real monsters, and they certainly were born from human parents.
Well, what about the argument of nature versus nurture? You know, that whole thing. Many serial killers have been shown to have messed up childhoods. Maybe it's less about genetics and more about the environment.
That's a valid point, Simon. However, Kate's eyes have been reported to lack a human quality. Remember, they were also described by one wise character as like having the quality of goat's eyes, actually, so non-human, and that's really a genetic characteristic how her eyes appear. So, I mean, you have to say it's a pretty strong point. I mean, is that a fake mustache?
It's a real mustache.
Witchcraft in Salem? Helping us get to the bottom of this is our field correspondent, Joe Mama.
We've all heard about Reverend Parris's controversial claim of witchcraft being practiced in the woods outside of Salem. But how can we know whether he's trustworthy? To find out if we should take the Reverend seriously, let's refer to another recent speculation of paranormal activity within a tightly knit community.
Well, just in time for St. Patrick's Day, crowds are coming by the dozens to get an up-close view at what some say is a piece of Irish folklore.
Some people in the Crichton area of Mobile say a leprechaun is taking up residence in their neighborhood. A leprechaun. NBC 15's Brian Johnson has more.
Curiosity leads to large crowds in Mobile's Crichton community. Many of you bringing binoculars, camcorders, even camera phones to take pictures.
To me, it look like a leprechaun to me. All I gotta do is look up in the tree. Who else seen the leprechaun? Say yeah!
Eyewitnesses say the leprechaun only comes out at night. If you shine a light in its direction, it suddenly disappears. This amateur sketch resembles what many of you say the leprechaun looks like.
There you have it. If you don't believe in that leprechaun, you do not believe in God. Clearly, these allegations of witchcraft are legitimate and should be taken seriously by investigators.
We have a clip here. This is, well, it reminds me of my Uncle Tom and my Auntie Bellum. It's,
yeah,
indescribable.
That's pretty funny. Yeah, basically, got the clip. It's kind of it's almost like a slice of
that's right.
Southern society, as Mark Twain might have seen it. But let's cut to the clip now. Check this out. Enjoy.
Well, ain't this a wonderful government? just wonderful. Why, look at here. There's been a black man in the White House for years now. And he's got a nice family, nice clothes, and he's successful. And you know what? You know what? They say he was a senator for a while, a state senator for a while, and could talk about the issues with people. And they say he went to Occidental at Harvard and Columbia to get educated or something like that. But, and that even ain't the worst. Why, they say that he was born in these United States of America. Why, I'm gonna tell you right now, that damn son of a bitch was born in any other land but the common state of Kenya. Why, if I ain't drunk on election day, I'm not gonna go to no polling place and see some African on the ballot.
Delicious. That clip was brought to you guys by Subway. Eat fresh. Fresh. Anyways, yeah, God, I mean, that clip was revolting. I almost couldn't finish my Dr. Pepper. I mean, it was like, whoa. It was like watching a time machine, Like, what kind of racism exists like that today? I mean, he was going to literally not vote just because our president was black. What kind of sicko does that?
Anyway, so we caught up with him later. Let's go to our correspondent in the field, retired Staff Sergeant John M. Dingleberry.
John Dingleberry here. We're back in Missouri with Pat Finn, and it's confirmed that Barack Obama for this November 2012 is running for re-election. And again, we're back with Pat Finn, and Pat, I heard what you had to say earlier today, and I can't say I agree. And are you implying that you're never going to vote again in any election just because a black man, Barack Obama, our current president, is running for re-election?
Well, what you think I'm saying? Why, I don't respect no man that wastes his time getting educated and learning how to read and other useless traits like that. Why, I tell you, I'm real American. I put the team on my back, though.
You're saying that you do not believe African Americans should be part of this democracy?
Yes, sirree. Why, the only use I see in any black man is to pick the cotton that makes up this very shirt of mine, those damn near.
Terrifying moment tonight as one local man, Roger Chillingworth, is accusing his wife, Hester Prynne, of some pretty serious infidelities. Emotions were running high.
Well, obviously, we got an adulterer here in Boston. She's climbing in your windows, snatching your people up, and trying to cheat on them. So y'all need to hide your kids, hide your wife, and hide your husband, because she's cheating on everybody out here.
Though the identity of Prynne's co-conspirator remains unknown, Chillingworth is confident that his identity will soon be revealed.
We got your dress. You done left gloves and all. You are so dumb. You are really dumb. For real. You don't gotta come and confess what you did. We're looking for you. We gonna find you. So you can run and tell that. Homegirl.
A chilling story indeed. Authorities have already issued a scarlet alert, but local clergymen could not be reached for comment. If you have any information that may be of assistance in catching this man, we urge you to contact us by phone or on our website at hdsn.com. Ladies and gentlemen, I have some tragic news tonight. Willie Loman has passed away at the age of 63. For this we go to Ben Dover in the field.
Thanks, Ethel. It was a death of a salesman. Here is his wife, Linda. Why did he kill himself?
Are you asking why my husband killed himself?
Yes!
We were slaves to the new corporations. Our monthly payments enslaved us.
A common theme of the time. Here is Biff again.
I don't want to talk about it. It's all. It's over.
I'm getting excited.
And now for the part we know you're all waiting for. Willie Loman's funeral will be held at, what's this? Okay, we've just received word of a mass cylinder head recall. Oh, this is good. We're being watched. It's the telescreen!
Oh, dude, who's that guy?
What?
Who is this guy?
Oh. Light bulb. Corporate.
Dude, this is our studio, man.
No. Someone said, wait, I'm remembering. We have a guest speaker. This is our guest speaker.
Dude, we've never done a guest speaker
Well,
before.
pull up we only have 2 chairs. We're not using this. Here, just scoot over. Alright, let's see what he has to say.
So I guess the guy who's going to talk about book themes, books that are typical in a curriculum of an Honors English 3 class.
Books are stupid.
All right, let's hear what you have to say, guest speaker.
Well, thanks, Hunter. The theory of Hunter's Colonel War covers themes of sins and ideal that appear in societies. Author Meal attacked the Compton McCarthyism, the dangers of the digma and display the crucible. He continued his social critique with the casual tragedy, The Death of a Salesman, which examined the enslavement of the working man into interpersonal cooperation and payment plans and planned out obsolescence. Ernest Hemingway takes us to the life of expatriates and vigor of Spanish bullfighting to the eyes of Jake Barnes, putting the magneticizing glass to the long-chest trains to the great moral value system. Steinbeck recreates Jim's sport with a twist in his masterpiece, Eats Faded. His insightful expository investigates the inner workings of the human psyche. Mark Twain's classic adventure story, Huckleberry Phoenix, was the inner condition of animal society with complete the sharp rhetorical strategy and entertaining Carol F. Scott Fitzgerald's Great Gatsby was a lame book that failed to create a lasting impression with anyone and has questionable literary merit. J.D. Salinger creates a biting tale with an angsty teen to shine a light on conflicted conscience.
Huh?
Yeah.
What? All right.
Great job. Let's give him a hand, everyone watching with the TVs at home. Okay, guys, this was HDSN News at 5.
Get out.
Yeah, seriously, just get him out of here. Well, folks, this was HDSN News at 5. Thanks for watching.
He's climbing in your windows, he's snatching your people up, trying to rape them, so y'all need to hide your kids, hide your wife, hide your kids, hide your wife, hide your kids, hide your wife, and hide your husband, cause they raping everybody out here. You don't have to come and confess, we're looking for you, we gon' find you, we gon' find you, so you can run and tell that, run and tell that, run and tell that, homeboy, homeboy. We got your t-shirt and your left fingerprints and all, you are so dumb. You are really gone, for real.